Welcome back to Build Real AI. Last episode, you set up a real workspace. Today, we actually write code. And I've got good news that's going to annoy every 6-month online course. You do not need to learn all of Python to build AI.
Okay, hold on. As the designated nervous beginner here, you're telling me I can skip most of Python and still build something real?
You can skip most of it. There are about 5 building blocks that show up in literally every AI script ever written. Learn those 5 and you can read and write real code today. Not someday, today.
See, that I like. Less computer science degree, more let's build the thing.
Exactly the spirit. So, we're handing you over to the two who do this in their sleep. Anastasia to make it make sense, and Sophia to walk every step. We'll be back at the end to pull it all together.
Go easy on us, Sophia. Some of us still fear the terminal. Take it away.
Quick promise before we dive in. By the end of these 15 minutes, you'll have written a real Python script that actually processes data. Not a toy hello world. Real numbers going in and a real result coming out.
And the part I care about, what happens when it breaks?
That's the best part. You'll also learn to read an error message without panicking. By the end, that scary red text becomes your most useful friend. Anastasia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Oliver. So let me save you about 6 months of your life. People sign up for these enormous Python courses, grind through weeks of theory they'll never use, and quit before they ever touch AI. We're going to skip all of that. Here's the reframe. You don't need all of Python. You need 5 ideas. Variables, lists, dictionaries, loops, functions. That's the entire toolkit for today. And honestly, it's 90% of what you'll ever use in AI. Master these 5 and everything else is just details you look up when you need them. Let me give you all 5 in plain language first. A variable is a labeled jar. It holds a value. A list is many values in order, like a shopping list. A dictionary is labeled values, a key, like temperature, pointing to a value like 21.
And the two that do the work. A loop repeats an action across many items without you copy-pasting 100 times. And a function is a piece of logic you name once and reuse forever.
So, variables hold, lists order, dictionaries label, loops repeat, functions reuse. Did I get it?
Word perfect. Now watch all 5 come alive on real data.
To the screen. And don't just watch. Open your editor and type along with me. Muscle memory beats note-taking every time. New file. python_basics.py. First, a variable. City equals Lisbon. Print it. There it is on screen. 1 value, held in a labeled jar. Now a list, several temperature readings. Square brackets, comma separated. I'll grab the first one by its position. Temperatures 0.
0? Why 0? That's the first one.
Ha, the classic. In Python, counting starts at 0. The first item is position 0. The second is position 1. It trips up every single beginner, and then one day it just clicks and you never think about it again.
Last one, a dictionary. Labeled values. I ask for reading and it hands me back 21. No guessing positions. You ask for the label.
And that's 3 of your 5, already doing real work. Notice you're not memorizing theory, you're using it.
New file, python_basics.py. First, a variable. City equals Lisbon. Print it. There it is on screen. 1 value, held in a labeled jar. Now a list, several temperature readings. Square brackets, comma separated. I'll grab the first one by its position. Temperatures 0.
0? Why 0? That's the first one.
Ha, the classic. In Python, counting starts at 0. The first item is position 0. The second is position 1. It trips up every single beginner, and then one day it just clicks and you never think about it again.
Last one, a dictionary. Labeled values. I ask for reading and it hands me back 21. No guessing positions. You ask for the label.
And that's 3 of your 5, already doing real work. Notice you're not memorizing theory, you're using it.
Here's where it gets powerful. A loop. For each temperature in the list, do this. I'll add them all up and divide to get the average.
Watch the shape of that. Loop, accumulate, divide. You will reuse that exact pattern constantly, averaging, counting, totaling. It's a workhorse.
And a function. I write the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion once, give it a name, and now I can call it on every reading in the loop.
So I write it one time and it just works every time after that?
Every time. That's the entire point of a function. Write once, reuse forever. Lazy in the good way.
Now step back and look at what you just built. Data came in, your temperatures. Logic ran, your loop and your function. And a result came out, the average, the conversions. Data in, logic, result. Burn that shape into your memory because every program has it. Even a giant cutting-edge AI system is just that same skeleton scaled up. You didn't learn a toy, you learned the frame everything hangs on.
One last thing, and it's the most important habit of all. Let me break the code on purpose. There it is, a wall of red. Now, the beginner instinct is to panic and close the laptop.
Guilty.
Don't. Read the last line of that error. It tells you exactly what went wrong and the line number it happened on. That's not the computer yelling at you. It's the computer handing you the answer. One small fix, run again, and it works. Understand this. Fixing errors isn't a detour from coding. Fixing errors is coding. Every professional you admire does this all day long. The red is normal. Make friends with it.
And that's the magic. Welcome back. Let's lock in what just happened because it's more than it looks.
Honestly, I came in scared of the terminal and I just wrote a script that does math on real data. What did we actually cover?
5 building blocks: variables, lists, dictionaries, loops, and functions. You used all 5 on real numbers. You saw the shape of every program: data in, logic, result. And, my favorite, you learned to read a red error and calmly fix it instead of quitting.
That last one might be the real superpower.
It genuinely is. That single habit separates the people who make it from the people who give up in week 2. Next episode, we stop typing data by hand. We load a real data set from a file with a tool called Pandas and learn to explore it like a professional before we ever build a model.
Real data? Now we're getting serious. Okay, and if any of you are following along at home, we actually want to hear it.
We really do. So drop a comment telling us what tripped you up. The zero indexing thing, the red errors, any of it. We read every single one, and they shape where this series goes.
And do the 3 things that keep this show alive. Hit subscribe so the season stays in order for you. Smash like so the algorithm shows this to one more nervous beginner. And comment with your very first line of Python.
Commit today's script to your repo. That's brick number 2 of your portfolio. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Olga. See you in the next one, wizards!